What's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitch? What's up, Twitter? How y'all doing? I hope y'all having a good day because my day is going well. And for this live stream, I would talk about Star Wars. If I think some of the Star Wars games is actually like connected to the live action Star Wars in itself. Because think about me, what I think about Star Wars stuff like that. If the games is connected to the live action, then Disney need to tell us which one is it like connected to, the prequels, the sequels, or the original. Because then for me, right, the Star Wars games actually be good, and because sure, I like the Star Wars game how it is, because of the old Star Wars games, Star Wars: The Old Republic, that was a good game, and that was before Luke everybody came in and stuff like that. That those actually good, which I think the game actually was good in my opinion, but some people might like it, some people might not. But that's just me and stuff like that, and what I think. And kind of like the Star Wars game that came with Star Wars Survivor and stuff like that. I think, yeah, that's the name of it. And they got that Alien Descent game out as well, in my opinion. That's me in my opinion, stuff like that. And kind of like in my opinion, stuff like that. Like I'm dealing with, because they were for me. If the Star Wars games, in my opinion, sound like connected to, how can I say? If the Star Wars game, in my opinion, sound like connected to the other ones, and that will be like a real good thing to see and stuff like that. What I think, because they are me, what I think about it and stuff like that, it sound like if the Star Wars video game connected to live action, then the Disney company itself need to tell us if it happened between episode 1, 2, and 3 in the prequels, and just like the original trilogy. Because the thing about me, if it done in between the original trilogy and stuff like that, I would accept that original trilogy or the prequels. I'll be cool with that, and but that's what I will be able to play the game and stuff like that, and be able, how can I say this? I'll be able to play the game and be able to tell in my head which year and which movie that I can actually like do it from, in my opinion. And and kind and kind of like in my other opinion, which I think could be good, could be bad, but just I'm not sure about it and stuff like that, everything like that. What I think could be good or bad, and kind of like the bad thing about me and stuff like that. And time like for me right time for the opinions of some of these like movies, games, everything like them with Star Wars. Shoot, Disney need to tell us if some of these games right here is like connected to the original trilogy, or the prequels. Because if y'all can't tell me that, and I just buying the game, I would just think that the games are just their own separate universe, which I don't mind in doing that and stuff like that. I don't mind doing that and stuff like that, everything like that, and telling them it's a separate stuff. In my opinion, because if it's separate stuff, then y'all can tell me in between and stuff like that. But and and kind of like in my opinions, on stuff like that, which I think stuff like, if the stories, it if the video game stories, I think in my opinion, they're doing the video games for Star Wars, and Star Wars games used to be good. If y'all got questions, ask me anything like that, and anything to add on, then y'all can click the link and stuff like that if y'all want to come in. But but the thing about for me, which I think about the video games, just be a part of the live action universe, it actually make it better. I think in my opinion, because then for me, I I rather episode 7, 8, and 9 rather be video games stuff that or voices of the characters of them telling the whole original story than the sequel trilogy that we got. In my opinion, that's just me. I could be wrong, If y'all think I'm right or wrong, then y'all can put it in the comments. Anything like that. What's up, barcode?
You know,
That and kind of like, but Disney ain't telling us. It sounds like the games, the kind of like the new Star Wars games and stuff like that, that coming out
yeah,
for the Jedi on Survivor.
right? Not
They
connected
not,
part the series or movies. Should be
yeah,
connected.
yeah, because the thing is, they're not telling us it was part of the sequel trilogy, it's part of the original trilogy, or part of the prequels, because it will be helpful for the fans that they will know what timeline when it's
Events
from.
happen, right? Yeah,
And kind of like Disney saying like showed that they just want a company to come out with a game, a Star Wars game, and just don't tell us what what timeline is. Because think about it, if you do that, if we keep on doing it for years on end, fans, comic book, TikTok, and everybody just will make their own mind up. Just about which timelines in and stuff like that. And that's not good for like the fan base and itself, because think about, if you make it a game, you should be able to tell the fans what timeline is on and stuff like that. And this game right here will be good to be after the sequel trilogy. I think, in my opinion, if this Jedi Survivor game was after the sequel trilogy and stuff like that, that will erase episode 8 and 9. I think, in my opinion. That's just me. It's what I think. If they can make video games just to like replace episode 8 and 9, in my opinion,
right.
that'd be a real good thing, in my opinion. Because in movies just ain't cutting it.
Yeah, to replace like for yeah,
Because you look at Star Wars Online, the game they used to have back in the day or something like that, and put it just like recently shut it down because Disney bought it and stuff like that, which I didn't like Disney shutting down that game, because that game was actually good.
oh,
I actually,
yeah,
that was one of the best Star Wars games in years that people was playing and stuff like that.
yeah,
You know, Star Wars. What kind of Sith was it? What Sith was? How the schools look? How the schools work and stuff like that. Blue, everything like that. That was answering a whole lot of questions.
yeah. For for
Oh, what's
interesting.
up? If you want to come in, that you could. You want to come in, and kind of like for me, right? Dealing with Disney shit like don't like showing violence like on the Star Wars movies. But if you look at it, if like violence and it like war
Yeah,
and stuff like that,
yeah,
and that's my thing. Because if you look at it, Jedi versus Sith is war, and and people in war just gonna die. You might not like it as a company, but that's what you got to go by the lore and stuff like that.
yeah,
And for the kind of scene like Disney go like political and stuff like that, and that's not good. Them going political within movies, because damn about it, them being political. Oh man, that jump messed it up. It messed up episode 8 and 9,
yeah. For
and
yeah,
that was
or not for
and that was the bad thing. Because the thing about me, in my opinion, when I saw episode 8, that movie made me so mad at just the beginning, because that's what I went to the movie theaters. I walk in, I almost walked out that movie. My sis, my sister, somebody just there tell me, just stay and look at the rest of the movie, because that's what the rest of the movie probably could explain it. I stayed. That's what that the movie got worse. I look at that whole movie for 2 hours some minutes. I was mad. I said, "You telling me that Luke Skywalker try to kill a child because of the force, the dark side, and he got a dark side in himself when he was younger that he was
No,
doing the
that makes
up
me
in the
happy.
original. Yeah, because you look at the original the look at the original Star Wars, Darth Vader said he sensed the dark side in Luke.
Yeah,
But that wouldn't make no sense in him trying to kill Kylo Ren, and he had the same thing in him. When he was younger. That make no sense and stuff like that. Because you look at the whole original trilogy, that when Darth Vader would try to turn Anakin, Luke Skywalker into the dark side, the whole
yep,
time
yeah,
in the original
yeah,
trilogy, because then he sent some dark side in him. I said that won't make no sense just for Luke Skywalker to turn around and just try to kill Kylo Ren, which won't
yeah,
that wouldn't make no sense in my opinion. And that in my opinion just didn't make sense time for movie making, story wise and nothing. It did not make sense at all, in my opinion. That
yeah. For the logic of it, instead of
yeah,
alpha.
yeah, and kind of like the director that made it, telling some uh shoot, he telling us he want to make his own version of Star Wars. I said you can't make your own version of Star Wars.
Why?
We
It
got
doesn't make sense. The logic doesn't make sense of it for the storyline for it to get there, to
yeah,
interact with it.
yeah, because you look at the news when the news first came out, what Ryan Johnson was saying, he told us he was a Star Wars fan thing. He always wanted to make his own version. I said you can't do that just with Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and stuff like that. You got to go by the lore of the comic
Yeah,
books and just by the personality of the person. Everybody know this. If you go by the personality of Luke Skywalker will always try to help people, whether you like it or not. They could start from dark side, and Luke will turn around. Luke will turn around, in my opinion, and help you turn from dark side or the dark side, the light side, or just be in between and stuff like that. And this is the reason why I said and stuff like that. If I was in the Star Wars universe, I couldn't be light, I couldn't be dark. I would be in between.
neutral.
Just doing the four. Yeah, because you be light side too much. Seeing like the Sith try to use the dark side against you. Be dark side too much. The light side beat you up all the time. I see. You just will be like Mace Windu in between, and just be stronger than both and stuff like that. And that was the thing that I don't get about the Disney companies that they bought Star Wars because I keep on saying you bought Star Wars just for all this money and you telling me that you don't know how to write the characters because you spent over $1 billion on a Star Wars IP and you telling me that you don't know how to write characters, you don't, and you didn't have a plan for the movies. Man, just I just was disappointed when I heard that. They tell us that they didn't even have no plan. I said, how you don't have a plan for this stuff? I said, God, dog, you don't got a plan for a Star Wars universe with Luke Skywalker in it, and and plus plus they said that the man who owns Star Wars, George Lucas, he gave Kathleen Kennedy a 3 or 4 story booklet and stuff like that. He actually give it to him, and plus they said they threw it away.
Yeah, prayer.
And I was mad when I heard that because that's what I keep on saying that just the man that actually had a plan and stuff like that just about the new secret trilogy. He know the characters himself. He know the characters. He made the characters. You telling me that he give you scripts for you to go by, and you telling me that you say no and threw it away? Man, shoot. He should give it to WB, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, pray.
Because because that we all know that WB like to go by the lore. most of the time.
Yeah.
Because you look at the Lord of the Ring movies, the Hobbit movies, and stuff like that. They go by the books, and so they tell a person that on that on shoot should they pussy making a movie, they go by the lore and stuff like that, and try to get the author to help them.
Yeah.
Just why they're making the movie, and because you look at the big old Fantastic Beast series, that they're going by books.
Yeah.
They're going by books and stuff. WB actually care about the source material. Disney do not. It's just doing Star Wars and some Marvel stuff. Because you go by the Marvel stuff that they did, I say, God, dope. Because should the thing about I see about the Marvel stuff, everything like, I'll be mad, bro. I say, God, dope, that jump me get on my nerves and stuff like that. That's dealing with the Marvel characters, stuff like that, and how much disrespect they give Marvel characters in movies, and and put the characters actually missing in certain movies. Because you look at Infinity War and look at Endgame. Where was Adam Warlock?
Yeah. For
Because like the people up in there who read comic books and who actually read that comic book, they was actually mad at Kevin Feige for not putting Adam Warlock in it. And his excuse was also he couldn't find a way to put him in. I say, excuse me, you could have teased him at the end of Infinity War. Because the thing
yeah.
is,
If
you
possible.
already teased him. Because if you look at it, he was already teasing Guardians too. That it wasn't no excuse. The reason why they couldn't do it. There's no kind of excuse for that. Because things say you might not like that. So man, you might not like the character, everything like that. Adam Warlock, he too powerful. That's what. Too bad for you, Kevin Feige. You've got to learn how to th- try to put some of the characters in it and stuff like that. Which was some people, I think, in my opinion, just don't seem to realize sometimes everything like that, and deal with the lore of the Marvel universe. Because you look at the Marvel universe, it's not like the comic books at all. It's not like comic books at all.
Yeah. For
And kind of like the bad thing about it, that these were the same Marvel fans that were trying to criticize DC movies. And plus I was looking at them, I said, y'all got another tease DC movies, and half y'all movies don't even follow the comics.
yeah.
Because you know it's the main people now that we try to tease DC movies or criticize them based on story and just being too serious in movies and stuff online. I look at them, I say, Captain Marvel didn't follow the comic books. Infinity War or Endgame didn't follow the comic books, but the movies was good. That would cancel out being bad. Infinity War Endgame was good movies. That's the only reason I let it pass because that's what those movies would have sucked. I would be saying the same thing I say about Ant-Man. Good special effects on certain parts, but the story just don't make sense and stuff like that. And that's kind of like the bad part about it, everything like that. And you having a good day, Krista. I hope your day going well, though. And kind of like the other thing that's just I think about the Disney Star Universe that they need to start doing. If they suck at doing it like in live action, they need to put it in game form or something like that. Just with good
Yeah.
story.
I got nothing. Yeah.
Because the thing about me, which I learned about, and I keep on saying, I say, God, dog, man, you keep on telling me that you put all these stories and stuff like that. You put all this money in the Star Wars universe and stuff like that. You bought it. You telling me you can't make a a, a three live action movie that actually makes sense? Be, because the first episode 7 was good. That wasn't my problem. At episode
Yeah.
7, they safe. That's not my problem. My problem was episode 8, and episode 8 messed up episode 9.
Yeah.
And that what everybody up the Star Wars universe just seem not to realize and stuff like that. Because if you look at it, Episode Eight messed up
Missing
the whole
Lord not
universe.
missing for the Lord not
Yeah,
missing out for look at it for
yeah. Because you look at the Marvel universe, if the Marvel universe just had one bad movie, the next movie got to correct what the last movie did,
you know
and that be the problem. And kind of
yeah
like
for
I yeah, yeah, and like my fear is that Ant-Man Quantum Realm, that Quantum Mania movie had to be corrected up in other movies and stuff like that. Be because think about that Quantum Mania movie messed up Spider-Man No Way Home and Doctor Strange too, in time for time travel and stuff like that. It messed it up
you know,
because like the people probably can't see it now what the Quantum Mania movie did, but the thing is, I already seen it based on the worlds. They keep on saying to some on the movie good that on the movie wasn't that bad. I say if you talk about the story wasn't bad, it is the story was bad. Ant-Man Quantum Mania. Because you telling me that that lady was stuck in the quantum realm just for 30 minutes, and she said that she was in the universe just for 15 minutes. She said it's what she thought when she came out, and she said 15 to 30 minutes she thought she wasn't there. And plus that her husband told her that she was in for over 15 years and she didn't know. And plus you telling me in the Quantum Mania movie, you telling me 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, which don't make sense.
for
Be because the two movies just don't correlate and stuff like that.
yeah
And they got the game trailer for the Alien game that you made a trailer I showed you last time about the Alien on Descent
right
that actually got a gameplay thing telling us about the game and stuff like that. They actually made a gameplay trailer, which actually is a good thing for me
yeah for
because that gameplay trailer very good though. Be, because it's the gameplay trailer that just might tell us about the setting, what it's set on, and stuff like that, and about the setting of the game and stuff like that. And inside the game, they what they say.
yeah
But I just it's shoot. I just hoping that it actually cancel out some of the bad the some of the bad alien movies we got, and that will put the universe back on a reset, a good reset at that, which I think, in my opinion, would be. Because like thing for me, what I like about it, but everybody different though. Wait a minute, Aliens 3. Wait a minute, wasn't Aliens 3 AVP, Alien versus Predator? Wasn't that the third Aliens movie, or was that the dang, Aliens 3?
oh
Could this shit? Hmm. Let me see. Could it say Aliens 3? Let me look that up and see what year that movie came out.
okay
Because that aliens, because this game could be like just a whole new reset, just to the Alien franchise.
for the universe right yeah
That could be like a reset. Oh wait a minute, Aliens 3. Hmm. That came out in 1992. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, that came out in the 90s. That means that some of the aliens game might some of the live action alien movies might be getting erased just for canon.
Yeah, for
This said Aliens 3 came out May 22nd, 1992. Okay, if that's true, that means the only aliens movie that count is Alien 1, 2, and 3. And the rest don't mean nothing. Because I look it up. Aliens 3 came out in 1992. That means the rest of them
couldn't be counted.
is like it's like in an Elseworld universe, which I like.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I, um, if this Alien thing right here is like a Aliens 3 sequel, because it could be a sequel to Aliens 3 to after Ripley everybody escape.
Right. Yeah.
If because if you say it's after Aliens 3, that means
It
that
finished it to the timeline.
yeah, and the rest of the Aliens and Predator movies mean nothing. All stuff from Predators, all stuff Predators 1 and 2
Yeah.
is still in the
Mm-hmm.
timeline,
Yeah. Yeah.
and this Aliens 1, 2, and 3 good. And this game right here could be like a whole new reset just for the universe. Because you look at the newer Alien movies that came out, half of them suck.
Yeah. For
It
yeah.
it, it wasn't it was good at parts, but the whole movie just ain't make sense on some parts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because like the only
For
good because the only good Alien movie I see was Alien versus Predator, and that movie only was good because the Predator was in it and stuff like that.
yeah. For sure.
I mean outside, and this ain't the only setting this game got me at
Yeah. For
and stuff like that. Because if it got me snow and forest, that means that so that means that these marines is just like a whole separate planet
yeah.
just with forests and snow on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
friend.
because if you look at it, yeah, because think about it, if you look at it, it's like the Predator movie, the new one that came out just with Adrian Brody.
Yeah. Yeah.
It might be similar to that, and that was actually a
Okay.
good movie though.
Yeah. For the logic of it.
And they say that I glad they say it's a strategy game because these Call of Duty shooting people just have to think they just can't go in shooting aliens and think the game is gonna over. I'm glad they say that because these Call of Duty people think that all the games should be the same way
No,
and
I think
stuff like that.
you need to.
Yep, yep. Because you ask somebody who play Call of Duty every year, mostly every year, without playing any other game, they will be mad if you tell them it's just a strategy game with shooting.
Yeah.
They think it's boring. I say it's not actually boring if you actually think while you playing
Yeah.
it. So let's give a game a chance. Because if you actually give it a chance, they also get mad at you telling something. That game look boring. It's not boring if you play it, and that be the problem. Wait a minute, real time. Oh yeah, I like that. I like when you say real time combat
Yeah.
because they must shoot. It's good for people like me. It's good for people like me because they must shoot. I play RPGs. I play racing, football,
Hmm.
basketball. Yeah, all them games. I'm pretty much well rounded in those type of games. But for everybody else that's not used to it, I feel sorry for them because those suckers gonna be dying. They gonna be dying in that game, in this game right here. Ooh, I'm glad they said that. I glad they said that the Marines AI is not dumb. I'm glad. I'm glad they say that because then like you look at other games sometimes that on the games that try to copy it. So you got to do it at all times, command them at all times, just instead of them who know that there's some kind of repair person who's supposed to repair it, who's supposed to shoot, or supposed to shoot
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I'm glad this game solved that problem. I'm glad it solved it because think about it. Because some people just might think that shoot that making the game too simple, but that's what if it making the game do it automatically, you know it's hard based on the back end. If it's helping you doing that,
Yeah, friend.
and that what people just need to realize sometimes it's not actually them because think about it. So you should be glad that the AI not dumb. You should be glad of that. They should be glad of that as a person. I think, in my opinion, though. But some people might be disappointed at that, but I'm not. Wait a minute now. If it's saying home base, that means that you probably got to start off somewhere outside. If it's a home base, hmm. Because it make you think if your ship crashed or something, there'd be a home base. Because it would seem like, do your ship got to crash or something like that to be a home base, everything like that? Which I try to figure out because that's if you need an outside base and stuff like that in order to do that. I was glad to see that though. That because seem like to me that your home base might be a base that you gotta go back to and just build it up and stuff like
Right.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because your damn me the alien game that is actually good to hear though. That you got a home base to go to and you're not trapped inside an alien ship to, throughout the whole game. You can actually go back, go to home base, and just like reload and change your people and stuff like that. But the thing about me, if I was doing it, rebuilding my team, I would do about 5 people.
Yep.
I would do five because like four is good, but I would do five. Something like two to the backside and three to the front. I think, in my opinion, that would help. I think, in my opinion, that would help. But 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 shoot, I think, in my opinion, they did four just to make it manageable, just for new players and veterans and stuff like that. Because
Yeah.
damn me, if I was doing it, I'll make 5 people part of my team.
Right.
Because then you always need an extra person just in case one go down and stuff like that. I think, in my opinion, it would. Oh, I see that they go to go back and just trying to see what happened just to the last crew. They would have seen like
Mhm.
be- because you can't stay in the ship and expect to win the game. You still gotta go back to home
Mhm.
base and plus upgrade your base. Hmm. But think about if you look at this trailer and stuff that throughout it, so you can tell that this game is going back to Alien One and Two, based on the places that we're seeing right now.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it, he says 20 years later. That that mean that one of the aliens that hatched had to be in Queen for them that
Yeah.
for them to get that many stuff based.
Yeah.
Yeah, the to get them aliens out there, it had to be a queen or a king or something like that just impregnated her
Yeah.
and
For
stuff
sure.
like that, in my opinion. And shoot, time for me, shoot. I can't wait to get this game to get the story and stuff that's behind it because shoot, is just a whole bunch of lore behind this game. I know it.
Mhm.
And kind of like you say, it's 20 years later. 20 years later, man, so how much lore it just behind that. Oh man, it got to be a lot of lore in this game, and plus Easter eggs too. It's up in this game.
Yeah. For
Oh shoot, I didn't plan for that. Oh man, stress level. Oh man, it's you gotta be on point then.
yeah. For
Because think about it. it sounds like the D&D aliens. I be seeing online and YouTube something like that. Like on the people be doing like on stress level. If the player get too stressed, that that on the end get off, and everybody else probably could get hurt and panic, and the stress level get too high. If you seen any D&D that's dealing with the Alien franchise, because because this person must have played some D&D
Yeah,
deal with the Alien
right.
franchise. Because think about it, for him to put stress level in there, not no regular person just would have out of that, just putting it inside the game, stuff like that. They got to be somebody who play D&D or something like that. That- That's the only person that know about stress, aim, and plus commands and stuff like that.
Right.
They do with the Alien franchise every time. And this my question. I wonder where is these people? Because these people wasn't even inside the movies.
Yeah.
These got to be some type of new alien thing or something like that. Because the last time I checked, in the first three alien movies, they didn't have no human hosts that can do all that.
People.
Let's these like the early versions of like the new and evolved aliens or something like that. That probably
Yeah.
can kill.
Yeah.
Because think about it, if they bring these to live action, those aliens right there, man, that's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be a problem for humans. Be- because the humans really got problem dealing with that regular xenomorph. Dealing with a human version of them, man, that's gonna be a problem. That even one that's smart too is gonna be a problem for the aliens, not just for the human race. But the thing about my opinion, son, like, shoot, what took them 20 years? And that'd be like a good question too. Unless that Wily man would try to hide it all that time. That
Yeah.
was it Alien 1, 2, and 3? It might have been him who tried to hide the aliens being there and stuff like that. That's what I think it might have happened.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Wait a minute. He holding the gun. Sure, that's like it might be a smart one because says I think he might be one of the soldiers that went up there first to just try to check out what happened. I think something like that. And these Marines might be part of the second wave and stuff like that. The second wave of teams who put to check on the people that's missing. It would have seemed like that, and that's kind of my theory on those people because, like, my theory, I think some might be the doctors, some might be there, might experiment on themselves, and put the other one might have been one of the big old Marines. I think something like that. That might have been experimenting on or something like that. Because think about it, it seems like to me that this Alien game is gonna add a whole lot of lore to after Alien 3.
Yeah. True.
And plus, and so the thing about it, so it probably can answer questions when the other Alien movies couldn't and stuff like that. They can answer a whole lot of questions. Whoa, wait a minute now. This one don't look the same way as the those look like different type of aliens right there. to be able to jump from the ground and not even attack the people behind them. I think those people might be the people that is commanding the aliens. I think, in my opinion,
Yeah.
because them aliens is it's not that smart to be able to plan stuff like that,
No.
and especially the young ones. The young ones dumb.
Yeah.
The young
For
aliens always been dumb. But the one to watch out for is the veterans and the soldiers. The soldier aliens and the veterans, those two are gonna be a problem. Because the only way to kill them is have some kind of RBG that can kill about miles of them or something like that, or some kind of machine gun that
yeah.
is like uh, uh, automatic, put in the ground and just start shooting. That's probably the only
Yeah.
thing that I think of that probably can kill them. The veterans and some of the hard ones, I think.
Yeah. For
Should have seen like in this game, so you got to probably think for all three or four sides if the door open, because the door open and the alien get through. So your squad might be in danger if you don't learn how to hold them back. It would seem like, and and plus in this alien game, it seemed like so you probably got to be careful who you trust too
yeah.
in this game. Because you see anything just by the alien franchise, you can't trust a lot of people because if you do, that gets you killed or injured in this franchise. I actually like the way that game looked though. The now strategy
I
game,
no, not for.
and you
Yeah.
see the whole
You
field
can
with
look
it
for
too.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's actually a good thing because you look at other RPGs and stuff like that, so you can't really see the whole thing. You can't
Yeah.
really see the whole thing and stuff like that. So they expect you to figure out on your own
Hmm.
which one to do. And that's kind of like the one that get on my nerves. I say, come on now. Huh, huh, come on now. You just can't expect me to do all that now. Um, Save my squad and expect to figure out where the aliens be coming from. I said, God, dog, I hate that junk. Be- Because then, in my opinion, some of that dealing with that game, shoot, that game could be about $45, $50 I think. Might be the highest it could be.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
think I give it $45 to $59. That's kind of highest I can see it and stuff like that. But if you buy it online or something like that, that game might be cheaper if you buy it online or something like that. If you buy it for a PC. But for
Yeah.
me, I'm more of a console and PC person. I like both. And that gonna cost me a whole lot of money to get both.
Yeah. For yeah.
Shoot, it's gonna be worth it, but
Very
it's gonna be
expensive.
worth it. Yeah, and stuff like that. And kind of like the thing about this Alien franchise, if this game is 20 years after, sh- this game could like cancel a whole lot of Alien movies
Yeah. For yeah.
and stuff like that. Because this Alien franchise was actually it was actually good for a while before the new ones came out. And that's the thing, in my opinion, which I think kind of messed. I think the new Alien movies kind of messed it up, in my opinion, because they got the Alien
For
movie. They got an Alien movie that's from 1979. I like that one. That's kind of older, but I like it. But the Alien from 1996. No, no, not 96, but 86. They got the Aliens 3 for 1992. They also got Aliens Resurrection in 1997. I like that one. Now the other ones that come along, Prometheus in 2012 and Alien Covenant, those two need to be erased. Those two need to be erased in my opinion. Those two need to be erased. Because in my opinion, shoot, man, you can't be telling me that the Alien Prometheus movie, which was a boring movie in the first place,
Right.
it was a boring movie. Because then shoot, now you can't tell me that that movie wasn't boring. Because then I was expecting that big old Prometheus movie to actually answer questions about the past, about the alien movies, but it didn't. It just introduced a whole new alien species, an android. I say I did not look at this movie just to like introduce um an android. I came here
Right.
for aliens and for people to kill them. I did not
Yeah.
came here that just for you to introduce a Bell Prometheus movie with androids and androids and a new alien species which we never saw, except for a tentacle. That's it, and stuff like that. And kind of like and people online we was good because try something. Come on now, because that we all know, because we all know right in between. And this was any other franchise, and they'll try that the critics just would kill it, and the critics and stuff like that online, everything. The critics just would kill that movie and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And they had another time something. It tried something new. It was good. I said, who paying y'all? Because that was sure that wasn't no good movie. It was an average bad movie, which is the worst thing that show you can do because the movie didn't have no action scenes about it and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It ain't possible. I think, in my opinion, should you have an alien movie without action scenes of the people just trying to kill the aliens or nothing like that? They didn't try nothing. I say, God, oh, that junk got on my nerves. I just was mad about that. And kind of like the Predator movies, the shoot the Predator need a game too, just to erase all the other movies they got. Because they need the same thing that this do. I think, in my opinion, and trying to get and kind of like for me, this last time talk about the alien thing. Shoot, and kind of like the alien franchise, if they gotta do another live action, they need to learn from this game right here, just to see what people like,
Yeah.
just to see what people like and stuff like that, and just try to build on that. In my opinion, because that's what that this make the movie simple. Because like the John Wick movie actually show it. The first movie was simple. The second movie was actually good
Right.
and stuff like that. Because you look at each John Wick movie built on what the last one did better. It just if the Alien franchise just would do that along with the Predator franchise, it would actually get back to prominence.
Yeah. For now.
Because you look at people now, what they're saying, they're saying that the John Wick universe is better than the Marvel universe, which is kind of true right now.
Yeah.
It's kind of bad to see, but it
Yeah.
is. If anybody disagree in the comments, then and y'all could, if y'all want to, after the live stream over, if y'all think that the MCU is better than the John Wick universe right now, then y'all could. If if y'all think that, but in my opinion, it's not. And kind of like for me, shoot, you look at storytelling based on based on building characters and just expanding the world the right way, John Wick actually did it without spending a whole lot of money at that. Sound like the MCU do. which is kind of sad in a way.
Yeah,
Which,
mhm.
which is kind of sad in a way because if you look at it, if you look at it, should the MCU spend more money just on advertisement, just as John Wick do, and
Yeah,
all they do
mhm.
is combine.
Yeah,
And that's kind of sad because you look at storytelling and stuff like that. Storytelling as the universe, just go to John Wick. Action, just go to John Wick. Character development, just go to John Wick. Just going by the just by the storytelling that just for storytelling, just how the story supposed to go. John Wick got that, in my opinion. And kind of like you heard the news, like with John Wick went to Denzel character just to cross over with him.
yeah,
Just the equalizer. That would actually be a good thing, I think, in my opinion. That would actually be
yeah,
good because cause if you look at it, John Wick and him just got similar jobs. Both of them kill bad people.
yeah, for real.
One just do it just for a secret society and stuff like that. But but kind of like for other people, I think, in my opinion, it's actually good. But then for me, shoot, I I'd rather have myself up in a new universe, something like John Wick and stuff like that. Um,
Right.
just what John Wick did, it's actually be a good thing when he did that. But it's actually what's up, Philip? And and kind of like the other thing, I think, in my opinion, like deal with the stuff on John Wick universe. Shoot, I I think
Right.
this universe might be the best one. I think, in my opinion,
Mhm.
right
Yeah,
now.
I don't know.
You dealing right now, it's got me the best universe going right now.
Yeah, for
And
real.
dealing with the game universe, I think the Star Wars game universe is kind of good too.
Yeah,
Because you look at
lore of the
Jedi
game.
Fallen Order is
Right.
good,
Um,
and this Jedi, yeah, and this Jedi and is gonna be just a real good follow up and what the Fallen Order did. But shush, man, shush. I probably got to play that game though again just to see just how the story goes. Just before this one built up and stuff like that. Because the thing about for me, just before I play a second game, just in any franchise, I like to play the first one over, just like remind myself of the story of the first game, to be able to follow the second one
yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like that. And kind of like in my opinion, which is sad, it kind of seems like the video game stories be better than the live action, which is kind of sad to say, but it's true.
yeah,
But that's what, if y'all think I'm wrong, y'all can always put it in the comments after this live stream over or during the live stream, and just tell me why you think this Disney Star Wars is bad or good. Because think about me, the Disney Star Wars is not good besides the Mandalorian, and that's it. That's the only good thing I see in Disney Star Wars right now is the Mandalorian in Episode 7. And,
yeah,
shoot, that's the thing I think. The Mandalorian in Disney Episode 7. It kind of like the animation Bad Batch. It's not bad, but it just average and stuff like that.
right, right,
It just not the live action one for them to be able to count it, in my opinion. Because for me, shoot, they gotta be able to count it as part of the live action universe, and you can't count the animation part of the live action universe and stuff like that, which is kind of bad if you look at, because you look at Clone Wars. If they would count Clone Wars as part of the live action Disney universe, I would say it's good based on the 5 or 6 seasons we got, and
right.
plus you
Yeah,
count, because you count the prequels, you count the original trilogy, and plus you count the animation Clone Wars and stuff like that. The Star Wars universe will be good, but we know Disney just like do their own thing, and they don't even count it most of the time anyway.
Yeah, yeah,
And kind of like for Disney people who actually listening, that's what. Don't get mad at me just for saying
our opinion for
that y'all Disney movies is not good,
our opinion for yeah,
because that's what I am not hating. I'm just telling the
no
truth. Look at episode 8.
opinions
Look at
for
episode 9. Those,
something like that for our
those,
opinion for
yep, it's not good.
it's our opinion, just not that it's not good at all for
Yeah, yeah, and that be the problem. And those be the same people like who be like defending Disney. I'll be mad. I said, how can you defend a company that don't that lie to
really
y'all and
tells
say
a story for it, you know.
that yeah, shoot, it's part of the spirit of Star Wars. Episode
No,
7 was the spirit of Star Wars, but that's what episode 8 and 9 not,
no, no,
which is kind of bad. And kind of seeing like the sound like the Disney fans actually like forgets, in my opinion, what the Disney actually
yeah,
promised. Because if we look at Disney promised to be in the spirit of Star Wars, and that's what you don't even see it in episode 8 and 9. It be because it kind of seemed like episode 8 and 9 should they just wanted to do stuff just their own thing, in my opinion. They
yeah,
wanted to
for real.
do their own thing in episode 8 and 9, which I could tell, but shoot, that's kind of bad in a way. But then that's kind of bad and sad in a way, which I just could tell. But everybody different on that though.
Yeah, alright.
It's kind of bad though. It's kind of bad for me when shoot I just could tell that all these movies deal with
Just
Disney
like that.
Star Wars that shoot I probably just could tell that everything is good
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
is yeah, for that.
Yeah, because shoot, you can always tell about which story everything like that Disney could do, and
Makes
that's
no
what
make sense,
episode
but
like in episode 8 they was trying to do they was trying to do episode 2 of this original trilogy. They was trying to copy it, but that's what it wasn't. But it wasn't in my opinion, stuff like that. But everybody different on that though.
yeah,
But
for real.
everybody's different. And and kind of like the bad thing for me, and kind of bad thing for me, that kind of like bad thing for me, and sound like talking negative about Star Wars. I don't want to do it, but that's what that's the stuff they put on screen. They put the bad stuff on the screen and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
that's kind of like and that's kind of like the bad thing that I don't like. And to dealing with Star Wars and Disney, because the fans will think you hate him, and plus the fans will think you just how can I say this? Shoot, the fans would think that you just doing your hating stream and stuff like that, just for clicks and clout. That's what I don't hate on Star Wars just for clicks and clout and stuff like that. Shoot, I'm just trying to tell the truth and tell you, and just try to tell y'all, just to be like reasonable and stuff like that. Which that most fans is not dealing with them,
right.
and that's
Yeah,
kind of like the bad thing, in my opinion, that's dealing with the Disney Star Wars fans, because you can't tell them nothing. You can tell them back to front what's going on with the movie, what's going on with storytelling.
right.
How can the story just not make sense? What do they tell you in the comments every time you try to put some type of the explanation on it? They will say that you hating. They will say that you hate change and stuff like that. I say, wait a minute now. How in the world up in here do I hate change? And I was the main one that said if Disney get it, so they might need to change certain stuff
Yeah,
inside the
yeah,
sequel trilogy. I was saying this. I was saying this for long. They might need to change stuff, and you try to tell me that shoot that's just that I'm hating. You tell me I'm hating on that. I said, come on now, that just don't make no sense.
Yeah,
I was the man once said that that Disney can't do the same thing that the original trilogy did and stuff like that. I was saying this in the comment section and other people in early years and stuff like that before the movie came out. Because then for me, if you gotta put like new audience stuff like that, if you gotta do some new stuff, I'll be good with it and stuff like that. And that's just me. Shoot,
yes,
I'm
sir.
good with change, but the thing is, in my opinion, shoot, if you gotta do change, make sure the change is actually good.
Yeah, it makes sense for me.
Yeah, make sure the change is good. Sound like the John Wick movie. Cause you look at the John Wick movie. The John Wick movie actually started a craze with his rules he got in the movie and stuff like that. Cause you look at the Continental and the rules he got of the universe. So you can't really shoot inside the how can I say? So you can't shoot inside the hotel because the rules they got, everything like that based on the videos society they got. You can't really put it.
Right. Yeah.
You and that was kind of good in my opinion that they put it inside the movie like that and stuff like that. And that's just me. And think that they were for Star Wars, they could have did the same thing for the Star Wars universe and stuff like that. Because if you look at it, so they could have did the same thing for like how can I say this? Shoot, they could have did the same thing for like the Star Wars thing. What is that thing? Star Wars Episode 8 and 9. They could have changed some stuff, but 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 that's what they just don't change the wrong stuff. Which was the dumbest thing I heard in my life. I say, how in the world do you say that Luke Skywalker just like killed kids and he loved kids in the original trilogy? Come on, now.
But
That,
no,
that, that
because
makes
I'm
no
missing
sense.
out off her. It's not even his candy girl, so that's my part. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes no sense because you look at the original trilogy, he would try to protect kids that even the kids that didn't that 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 just wasn't born with the force. He even tried to train them.
Yeah,
And
right.
you try to tell me episode 8, like he would just try to kill Kylo Ren because he had a dream, which don't make no sense in the first place. Because if you look at it, Luke Skywalker don't even dream about certain stuff, everything like that. He don't even dream about the just by the dark side. He dream about the light side, but he don't dream about the dark side. He
Yeah.
just had visions. He just had visions about him, but he really don't dream about him like that. And that when Ryan Johnson messed up, in my opinion. That he would have said that he had a vision about Kylo Ren turning evil. That's your job. That's your job as a teacher, just how
To
to
keep it.
strengthen yeah, to strengthen the student to make sure
If
that
it has
student
been
just don't
happening for
change.
not killing for
Yeah, because if you look at it, if you having a dream about it, man, so you know that Kylo Ren is already having visions about it, of him turning into the dark side. And what
yeah,
will make you think just by trying to kill him, just will make you, in my opinion, do it. It will make you think that you be a good master just by killing your student because of a vision and a dream,
no,
and that be like a real bad thing in my opinion. And in
yeah,
my
for sure.
opinion, because like the thing for me, which I like about the older Star Wars movies, the older Star Wars movie actually built up a story and actually built up the fight in between villains and the Jedi's and stuff like that.
Yeah, right.
They actually built it up, was actually a good thing in my opinion. Because like the thing for me, if they could build up the story, which is actually a good thing, if they could actually build up a story again inside a new Disney Star Wars with the series, because
Right. Yeah,
because then for me, um, movies is not Disney Star Wars strength. They need to do it in series. I think, in my opinion,
right, yeah,
yeah, just for a couple of years. I was them. I would do it like in a series format because then, if you try to do it like in a movie format, they pretty much suck at it
yeah,
because they was so y'all Star Wars fans stuff like that could be listening and could think I'm wrong. That's what I wasn't wrong yet in episode 89. Those two would suck. It if y'all can actually, in my opinion, defend that movie, then y'all need to tell me something. Y'all need to tell me how y'all can defend that movie, episode 8 and 9, because shoot, I can't. Then, but I tried defending it
No.
one time. I couldn't do it because shoot, I told the person that shoot, I was trying to debate like in the middle. I could even debate episode 8 based on that one scene. I said, no mind, sure he got me because that one scene messed up the whole franchise of Star Wars. I say, God, though, so you telling me that Luke Skywalker is just trying to kill kids based on a dream? Come on now, that just don't make no sense.
Yeah, for real.
Because that's what if you look at it, that's how Anakin turned evil because the council didn't want to train him
Yeah.
based on emotions and stuff like that. If you look at the prequels, if they would have trained Anakin, I think in my opinion, he wouldn't have turned to the dark side. I think in my opinion, and they could have teach him just how to control his emotions, and they could have used Mace as his teacher, Mace and Yoda as the teacher. I think in my opinion, but the movie still was good though. In my opinion, though, it still was a good prequel. It was
Yeah, for
episode two. It just episode 2 that kind of slowed down a little bit, but still was good.
yeah.
And kind of like the other thing that should I think that could be good or not, but everybody is different based on that though.
Yeah, for real.
That what type of story they wanted in the prequels, but then the original trilogy was good. That was good based on the time it was on.
Yeah, for real. Going that right.
So the original trilogy and the prequels, those first 6 and episode 7 is actually good, but episode 8 and 9 need to be
No,
out the canon.
pretty good. Yeah.
And kind of like for me, right on shoot, they still can use the characters that was in episode 8 and 9, but that's what just put them up in the series for them to have
Yeah.
purpose. I think, in my opinion, if you actually
Yeah.
put them like in a series and stuff like that, that would make sense. I think, in my opinion, but everybody is different though, based on that, which I think, in my opinion, and kind of like for me, in my opinion, on that, but shoot, I I, I think if Star Wars had like a new game coming out, some like an open world universe game, a lot of people would actually play it. If they, I think, in my opinion, it will play it. This one, a lot of lore and stuff like that in it. But, sound
Okay.
like a new story, new lore, new enemies. So you don't know who to trust, and just put it. Sound like a DC universe type thing.
Right.
That would be like a real good thing, I think, in my opinion, for them to
Yeah.
do. Because thing for me, it sound like the Star Wars was at its peak. This when Star Wars online was actually was out, and that what people are actually enjoying the Star Wars lore and stuff like that. And that what Disney messed up at just by shutting down that game. I think saw that they kind of shut it down. It's when they messed up, and they lost a whole lot of fans too off of that too. They lost a whole lot of fans off of that. I say, God,
Yeah.
though,
Yeah.
and that's why I was right too. I said, why did Star Wars lost fans? And that was because they lost they because they shut down that game. Because if you look at it, that game had a whole lot of DLC when people didn't finish play either.
Yeah. For real.
It could have had DLC because you remember each DLC that a Star Wars online game had about 2 years worth of 2 years worth of stuff on to do on each one.
Yeah.
I said, God, duh. And this is a whole lot of money too. They lost a lot of money on that. I said, God, duh, they
Yeah.
lost money.
Yep, right.
Because if you look, because if you look at it, shoot, that Star Wars online game had, in my opinion, it had about, let me see, that was like millions of dollars worth of transaction that Disney just couldn't be getting based on the skins and DLC that should that they can sell. Man, that jump be good, man.
Yeah, right.
Man, because sure that jump broke my heart, man. I saw that. I said, God, duh, man, you actually did all that. I said, God, duh, that jump be getting on my nerves. Man, sure that jump be getting on my nerves half of the time.
Yeah, right.
Most time, in my opinion. And that's kind of like the good thing I like about the Star Wars, like on the Star Wars universe online, because you could have did it, in my opinion. In my opinion, that that Star Wars universe online game actually brought in fans, new fans too. They brought in new fans that didn't even know nothing about Star Wars and stuff like that,
Yes, sir.
everything like that. So that just me. So that just me and what I think about it. And kind of like another thing that about the Star Wars game universe, it's like shoot, why do the game universe seem like it's more organized than some of the movies?
I guess the developers who make the game make it better than the writers.
Man, shoot, I hate that part though because I hate that part though in my opinion. I hate that
Yeah,
part
making it
because
shame
shoot,
for the writers for the movies. Yeah,
yeah, because then for me, shoot, they need to get the writers that write the games inside the movie room.
right, right.
I think, in my opinion, because that's what if you get the actors, if you get the writers inside, you get the writers inside the movie room, man. They would tell you writers that making movies and say should they doing a whole lot of stuff wrong and stuff like that. And shoot, that jump is getting on my nerves though because the bad thing about it, shoot, you can pause it for the movie. When you look at the movie and stuff like that, it disappoints you. I say, God, don't that jump get on my nerves. I say, why? That jump get on my nerves most of the time. I say, y'all can't be doing this to me right now. Because you telling me I made all this and stuff like that, everything like that. Oh man, because that jump get on my nerves, man. I say, why? And kind of like the other opinions, which I think, in my opinion, about the Star Wars game universe, it sounds like, in my opinion, if you make these Star Wars games right now into live action, it would make more money than the first two sequel trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just my prediction and stuff like that. Because you look at the big old receptions that the game get compared to the movie, it's night and day
Yeah,
based on storytelling and just what the fans like. And kind of like the bad thing about it, Ryan Johnson, who made episode 8, he talked about something he wanted to make it his way, and he thought the story was better his way.
yeah,
And this is the same problem in Marvel, just with the man who made Quantum Realm would keep on saying, he thought Morta was dumb that he want to make it his way. I say how?
yeah. He's a smart guy. Come on.
Yeah, and because he look at it together, and he got his own stuff, and he got his own storyline, his own origin. Just
Yeah,
how
right.
yeah. His name is George Tarleton. Man, pretty little jacket.
Right.
So that don't make no sense. And to be like a super soldier or something like
Right.
that. I don't get and kind of like the they say that Mordok powers
Right.
is superhuman intelligence and plus psionic powers of the mind.
Yeah.
I didn't see that movie,
Yeah.
and 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 but they said the person that made them was Jack Kirby and Stan Lee, and plus you notice that they made Mordok a joke after Stan Lee
Yeah.
died.
Yeah.
I said that they were making Mordok inside the Quantum Realm movie
Right.
is that Stan Lee was like because everybody sure that don't make no sense in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
That don't make sense. That jacket, you can't make it into Mordok. It don't make sense based on comic book lore. It don't. I don't get how I don't get how Kevin Feige missed this, and he supposed to be a comic book person. I don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the thing is because the thing is whoever just advising Kevin Feige that was a good idea was a good idea based they would even know that was how
Yeah. That's what's right now.
into more and kind of like the bad thing about it, shoot, why would you put Mordok and Kane inside the same movie? It makes no sense.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
It it, it should have they should have put and for the thing is, Mordok is an Avenger level threat, and they made him a
Yeah.
joke.
Right.
They made Avenger level threat a joke. I say, God, duh, Marvel did it again. It's like they did it
Yeah.
with
Right.
Hawk
Yeah.
and Ragnarok. I say
Mm-hmm.
I hate that jump because this Marvel talks something. We try to get serious. No, y'all don't get serious before they get excited. In my opinion,
Yeah, right.
because things is that I give me a word for it. If the writer good, I might not be as worried, but shoot, I'm kind of worried for the warmer formula what they
Yeah,
got
right.
because like the Marvel formula be like holding back certain movies. I think too. That's what it could be.
Yeah, right.
Because you look at Ragnarok supposed to be rated R. Have because you look at the animation cartoon, there's some more blood in that. Every time some shall we worry about the kids? I ain't worrying about no kids. That makes no sense.
Yeah,
That
right.
makes no sense in my
Yeah, right. Yeah.
opinion. Because that's what if we look at it, kids is playing Call of Duty. When kids playing Call of
Yeah,
Duty,
right.
you know kids is not it would have like that and like for me right the Universal Barcode
What?
just for the
Yeah.
foundation and the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
I think the
Right.
first X-Men is very important. I think
Yeah,
in
I
my
learned that.
opinion
Yeah.
the MCU the on the first two X-Men movies is gonna be important and the first
Yes.
two Fantastic Four movie is gonna be important.
Yep.
And and people like on YouTube, in my opinion, need to be worried about that. In my opinion, and they're not worrying about it. That some like all the big channels and stuff like that. What I'm seeing, talking about the X Men, should they keep on saying I'm hyped for them? I'm hyped for it. Y'all need to be worrying about who writing these stories and stuff like that for the movies and shows. Y'all just hyped for it because of the name. You better be looking behind who writing these stories, who gonna be like directing and stuff like that, everything like that. And soon I say that, and somebody comment section who just a big X Men fan or just an MCU fan, they just might block me. They just might block me and
Yeah.
say I'm hating. If I say one thing, tell them, so you might need to be careful about your hype. They'll think I hating in the comment section, and that's the reason I don't like to really comment on people's channels. I know the
Mm.
person on the who just the head over the channel. That's the only way I might comment. If I know the channel for a while, I might come after that. But shoot, if I'm new to the channel, no, shoot, I'm on there. Come on now, be that you trolling and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody know that. Shoot, they think you trolling.
Yeah, sure.
They will always say that. Shoot, because thing for me, if they would come over here and comment on my thing, shoot, I would be saying that they're trolling and hating. I just would tell them, just explain yourself, like in the comment section, or just come into the live and just explain the reason why you like it or don't like it. That's what I like to do on my lives and stuff like that.
Yeah, for
If
sure.
you just like agree with you just like disagree with me, okay, go on my live and tell me why you disagree,
Yeah,
and we can
couple
just
things
like
for you.
yeah, and just discuss it and stuff like that. But it seems like these days, it seems like people are sensitive. People
Yeah,
don't like discuss nothing, and shoot, man, and say they think you hating everything like that, and that be the bad thing about it. Shoot, they think you hating and you're not, and especially on TikTok, because that's what it be like. So many people who give the worst takes on movies, but that's what I be wanting to comment. I say nah, nah, because now I say if I'm comment something that makes sense, they might try to make a video on me and say I'm hating or something. Like that. I say, nah, shoot. I just let them keep that bad tape. Be, because like some people on TikTok is sensitive and stuff like that.
yeah, right.
Because shoot, the thing about YouTube or something like that, compared to TikTok, you can actually live stream on StreamYard, and you can actually live stream to different the different platforms. I said, okay, I'm good with it. Because you're not about to tell me that shoot I can't do it. That shoot I can't comment on my own channel. I said, nope. And then and TikTok sensitive on certain stuff, everything else like that.
Yeah, sure.
And it's so easy though, man, to get your channel banned for no reason based on some and stuff like that, which I don't like. And it kind of like the things that that Star Wars universe got for it. It's something like the Mandalorian. Because if we look at it, I think the Mandalorian might be expanding the universe season by season.
Yeah, sure.
And that's what I think. And it's something like the Mandalorian. I think Mandalorian season 3 might be erasing some of the stuff in episode 8 and 9 based on stuff that I'm seeing. Because you remember episode 8, they would keep on saying that the Mandalorian said everything was gone, based on Ron Johnson would keep on saying that the Sith had killed everybody, and that's what
Yeah, sure.
The Mandalorian show season 3 is actually debunking some of the stuff that Ron Johnson put in episode 8, which I actually
Yeah,
like, in my opinion, stuff like that. And kind of like the last thing I want to talk about before I leave is like in my opinion, so they got the news based on the Captain America new movie, New World Order. They got
right.
Harrison Ford to play the Red Hawk. They got Harrison Ford to play the new Hawk. That just new Red Hawk. But the thing about for me, if they got the Red Hawk in that movie, don't that mean that their Ruffalo probably just got to go back to the original form of him just to fight him? Because should we know that the Red Hawk is strong? The Red Hawk
Yeah,
is a strong character. He just as powerful as Hawk. Professor
yeah,
Hawk can't beat. He cannot beat Red Hawk at his conversation. He got to get mad. I think, in my opinion, less than MCU, in my opinion, and just got to pump up Professor Hawk to be strong as the regular Hawk. That's the only way shoot that should I see him beating the Red Hawk. because you look at the comic books, the Red Hawk and the Incredible Hulk just had a rivalry, and they did
Yeah,
not like each other.
yeah,
And and kind of like the dumb thing about that, I think that in my opinion, I said, how do you hate the Incredible Hulk when he changed and you do the same thing?
what?
That make no sense. To sound like the Red Hawk talking about some the Red Hawk, the comic books just don't like Incredible Hulk because he would date his daughter or something like that, and his daughter actually
Yeah,
choose David Banner over him. But that's what. But you caused that though. But you caused that pain on yourself
yeah, I know.
with that weapon. I think, in my opinion, stuff of that, and that's all I want to talk about. Barco, do you got anything coming up, anything like that?
No, actually, I don't.
Okay, and and like for next stream and stuff like that. Shoot, I got me talking about the Power Rangers throughout the whole 25 years just to see each season who was like the
Mhm.
best stories just out of the whole Power Rangers series based on each era and stuff like that. In that stream, I will talk about the Power Rangers era and stuff like that. Then based on teams
Okay,
on that stream. I would talk about Power Rangers, Kamen Rider, Ultraman, some of the Japanese stuff on that stream. What I like. And everybody on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. I'll see y'all later and see y'all next time.